You're now watching two old farts making noises.
And we are live. Hello,
Yes,
everybody.
live. Hi, Adam.
And
We're
since
still
we just
alive.
we're still alive, and since we just started, there's only one of us watching. We can go ahead now and put this link out everywhere, so everybody can watch live if they would like.
Yeah, I'm preparing
So-
this.
So
Yeah.
that'll be
So
very,
how
very,
how
very
are you
cool.
doing, guys?
Very good, my friend. How have you been? How was your week or your 2 weeks off?
Well, I've been traveling with some friends here that came from Poland in Crete,
Okay.
and it's kind of vacation, but it's kind of work vacation because they had a young child, a girl, a very
Okay.
sweet girl. But those children are tiring, you know. They have different hours where they live. They have different needs. But they are still sweet, and the parents are taking the best care. This is the most important.
Right.
They don't allow them to watch too much telephone and uh, internet and games, so that they stay here on the real life. Let's call it real life,
In real
because
life?
everything is
Okay.
real life. Also, there's this in real life, IRL. And it means
Right.
not on the internet. So it's like saying that the internet is not real life. Of course it is. It's real life here now.
Well, I
Very
think
much
people
real,
get
but it's
so I think people get so engrossed in the internet they lose track of what's
real and what's
real and
not.
what's not. Correct.
Well,
Yeah.
we have been talking a little about that,
Yes.
and but let me check something. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
And
we're all just trying to make sure everything's online and working properly today. So
That's right.
yes.
Well, people
That's
like
right.
listening. It's funny because we'll do a live show and then everybody will look at Adam later. Like they'll look at it when we do the re-record. So we figure this way, if you want to watch it live, you
Yeah,
can
but
watch it
some
live.
people,
So
I think they like it when we are live.
I
That's why we're
agree.
doing it. Actually, some people were
I agree.
saying they want to.
Be part of it.
Yeah, we were to have a guest today, but we didn't,
Uh-oh.
unfortunately. But we will probably have him next time,
All right.
and we will try our best.
It's always
was
we.
this the doctor who's going to
Yes,
Oh, the
do
collector. The
doctor
collector.
and the
Yeah.
collector, a doctor. He's
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to talk about him now because next time we will talk. But it's a prominent person.
Okay.
He's working on cures for
Okay.
cancers,
Oh,
for lung
wow.
cancers. Yes, and they're doing pretty well. So maybe he'll talk. But let's not talk much about it because it's an issue that we're also interested when we talk about
Right.
AI and stuff, like always, because I think AI is helping.
Yes, AI. Actually, they said that AI can do things that'll take
Give
like
me
humans. They
just
can
a moment.
do it in milliseconds compared to what a
Yeah.
human can do. So it's very fascinating
Yeah.
about AI.
And if we add that to some quantum computing, when that all comes online, it'll just
That'll be
you'll
awesome.
finish the sentence and it'll happen. So
What's kind of what we
exciting
do,
stuff.
right? We have that on our show. We use AI to generate your twin bloods, which, by the way, people tell me they love, but they've watched the first show. Everybody's waiting for all the shows to drop so they can binge watch it because they're all 4 minutes. So I said to somebody, I said, because I guess number 2 got like 7,000 views between all our social media platforms. I was talking to a friend of mine. I go, did you see? And in fact, I talked to Rachel from Social Intercourse, and she goes, no, I'm waiting now. She said, I have to watch all 6 as a binge.
Yeah.
She goes, when's the last one
we should
dropping?
have
And I said, the 20th.
we should have dropped them all at once, Steve.
Next time.
That's probably
And David's working on another AI series. So the next AI series we will drop all at once. And David, I can make them all drop. I just have to push a button, my friend, and they'll all drop. But
Well,
yeah,
I've
but
only,
anybody,
I've only just started this. I was doing it this morning.
right?
I changed the name, obviously, because that's not. Yeah. Well, the subtitle is the same, but it's now called Embers of Freedom,
Okay.
and it's based about 3 years after an election in a very prominent country on the planet,
Oh my God.
where for
I
some
already know where this is
strange
going.
reason, very right-wing government comes to power,
Oh wow.
and the country descends into civil war.
Cool. I can't
So
wait.
that so that
So basically,
so
it's
that so
America
let's say so
2025.
it's it's in 2027, based in
Okay.
2027.
So the
And,
other
and
question I had,
obviously,
well,
it's a love story.
that's a love.
Yeah,
I can
like
tell.
everything. Okay,
Everything's a
I'm
love
done
story.
now.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're done. Very good. So
Yeah,
wait, I have
thank you
one
very
question
much
now.
for your
When are you
time.
going to do? No worries. When are you going to do the AI taking over the world series?
Me?
No, David.
Ah, okay.
David's working on an
But
AI that's going to take over the world.
well,
I'm waiting for
I've
that
got to
one.
finish. Got to finish this one first.
Okay,
This will only
okay.
be a short
And
one.
this one, David, we will drop all at once. I'll drop
Well,
all the.
I've only got one at the moment, because this one, the subtitle remains the same. Is
Right, right,
because it's the premise is that it's a young woman who survived the Civil War and is
right,
now
right.
out and about on her own, and the only
Okay,
thing she has for her protection is a sword,
okay.
which she found in the ruins of her life. And so the subtitle is "My Sword is Called Mercy." So we'll
Hmm.
just see what happens with her and the sword going forward.
Okay. That's interesting. I think I'm not sure, but I
But
like it.
but
All
there
right.
you go. That's we just see
All
what
right.
happens. You know,
All right. I like it. When did you become
it's
Scottish all of a sudden? Let's see what. When did you become like Scottish? All a little Scottish coming out of you there. What's going on?
who, me or Adam?
How many Davids do we have on our show? Let me count. See, he was on
Um,
holiday for a week last week, Adam. So he's you're talking about all week. So he's just getting back into the swing of things. So yeah.
yeah. Well, it's a week of predominantly speaking Dutch, which
Ooh.
absolutely, because I'm sort of now permanently stuck between two languages,
You
Right.
which
speak
is
Dutch, David?
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
But I must say it's the same with you in Polish. I take it you sort of Pole Greek, I suppose, is what you speak at the moment. So half Greek, half Polish.
no, I speak both. Polish was my first language, so but I
Yeah,
speak like 10 years old because this is where when I left.
Very
yeah,
cool.
So the girl that came, she's 9 years old, so I could talk with her. But the older, I have some problems sometimes. And one of the parents, the girl, the woman, is she's judge in Poland. So I was
Oh
speaking
wow.
about copyright, and she told me to go to Facebook to take about the hacked page to the police.
yeah. Perhaps you'd like to
Interesting.
explain to everybody why they
Yeah.
can't see you in the normal place on Facebook.
Well, like 20 days ago, I got hacked. And I got hacked by my mistake. Okay, I pressed something, an advertisement on Facebook, which I shouldn't press, about AI. And so they took my account, the personal account, and they managed to get. I have two pages, but one is the main, where I got it 12 years, and actually, it helped me a lot to become famous. Because at that
Mhm.
time, Facebook was really, really important social media. And but later, by time it got worse and worse, and I believe, and now it's even if I don't get it back, which is a pity, I don't care so much because Facebook is not so good anymore. It's not. And of course, the news this week was a new social media,
Oh
which
right.
of course it's pretty obvious that we as a humanity we are in need of another social media, because that's what we are needing, and not something else. And
But did you
we
have a
have
chance
now
to look
social
at it
media.
then? Because I don't think it's available in the EU. I couldn't find it. I looked for the app.
We can use it in Europe yet.
No.
You know, I'm using it here for Two Old Farts in the United States, the new
Yeah. You can use
Facebook,
it in the
whatever
first in the
thread.
US.
I think we have all 10 followers on Thread. But I use it, and it's interesting, but it's just, I don't know. It's as an article I read, and I don't know what Instagram was when it first came out, but this is like Instagram when it first came out, and not knowing what Instagram was when it first came out. It's kind of very rudimentary, very kind of like unexciting. It's just, people go like, oh, I like your, I'm like, all right. So there's nothing there. And, stuff we post has some depth to it usually. So we just don't post like, it's going to be like eat the art, or it'll be part of an interview. So, our stuff is more, I don't mean this in a bad way, more intellectual than just like, some girl going dancing. So I think that has a lot to do with it.
Well, those
Okay.
DDDD has a lot of audience though.
They do.
Yeah.
You
There's
have
a girl that shows up.
millions.
She does. This one girl shows
Well,
up at my feed
imagine
constantly, and
us
she's
doing
got like
DDDD. We should
no
we
one,
should get a lot of millions.
no one would watch. I mean, they wouldn't watch.
Come on.
No, we tried that. You
Yeah,
know,
Oh, you
because
tried it.
the whole.
But you
Yeah,
tried it
the
without
Hawaii,
me. There was no
the
art
whole, the
direction
right.
here.
Hawaiian dancing. I did all of that stuff. Nobody was interested.
And I've seen me naked. It's scary. I don't want to scare anybody.
Yeah.
So
But
It's the last time.
it's strange, isn't it? Because we tried to do just normal stuff on Twitter,
Mhm.
like do ED art on Twitter, and then it banned us. We're saying, "Oh, you're being
Really?
it's
Twitter?
advertising.
Yep.
You're just repeating everything." Yeah, because it's a theme we do every day. But so
You're
yeah,
just being normal, you mean?
yeah, I was doing Eat the Art, which was just like every day showing a new
Yep.
piece of art. And then the premise for Eat the Art is quite simple. It's just to say to people, if you had to eat that piece of art, what would it taste like? Which is rather bizarre. But what I wanted to do was to get people to think about the art and to look at it in a different way. But 2 or 3 times I did it, and they said, "No,
To
no."
taste it in a different way, you mean, to be literal.
Sorry. Yes.
To taste
yes,
it, not to
yes,
look at it, because
Right.
that's a
yes.
different perception.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah. To
But
taste it. So
it's
if you,
interesting because you see, it's about quality, isn't it?
Right.
When you taste something, it's never it's 20%. I don't know much about chemistry, but let's say carbon or 10% salt, and it tastes like this. No, the numbers, they don't mean anything. They are just descriptions. And science
Yeah.
is about numbers. Science
Yeah.
is trying to tell you about the world with numbers, to describe the world by numbers. But the world is qualities. How you describe qualities, if not by art or by expression. I
Yeah.
mean, when you are trying to describe your feelings or something that you have about the taste of a food, about the color, about an artwork or a music or a song, you don't use numbers, you don't use quantities, you use qualities always. And if you think about it, everything in life is only qualities, because it's about experience is only quality, nothing else.
Yeah. But you're a professional artist. All I was trying to do was to get people to look at the art in a different way. So that's
Yeah,
why I
it's
said.
good.
I mean, we got on TikTok we do okay. We get, but you get the people say, what does it? What do you think it tastes like? That's why I ask people. Look at the art. What do you think it would taste like? And everybody says, yeah, paint, paper, canvas. So yeah, got that. But that's
You are
not.
trying to open them and they stay
Yeah,
closed, right?
Right.
They
yeah,
stick to the
exactly.
material. They stick to they
Exactly. Well,
mind
they just probably
open the
think it's
mind.
a very funny thing to say, which it probably was the first 20 times I read it, and then after that you just think, But what I'm just trying to get people to do is I would want them to do with your art is as what we try and do when you show us your art. We look at it and I see one thing, Stephen sees something else. When you did it, you meant something different, and that's what makes it so exciting. And just trying to stimulate people to look at art in a different way. Originally, it was like, if we had scratch and sniff, it would be if you could scratch the art, what would it smell like? But that's too even further away from people's perceptions.
Yeah, but what you're trying to do with this, if I understand it well, is you're trying to open their minds. Actually, that's it. Because
Yes,
trying to look at art in different ways, doing that, or try open your mind. Don't be stuck
yeah,
into this, onto what the artist maybe had in mind. Which, okay, my art is not totally, at least not now, totally abstract, because abstract art, okay, you can see whatever you like there. Maybe there is no limit to what you can see in the abstract art. But my art is conceptual. It's abstract sometimes, but it's mainly conceptual. It's symbolic. It is trying to guide you somewhere, but not to this, one path that if you go away from this path, you're wrong. No, there is no such a thing.
yeah,
But
Well,
it points to a direction, right? It
right.
points to direction. I want to tell something specific most of the
But
time.
but usually art is very subjective, which is kind of nice, right? Like David said, we can all look at something and we all see something different. And that's what's really cool about art. Now, if you're looking at the Mona Lisa, you see the Mona Lisa. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. But if sometimes
Yeah.
if you look at like some of your work, we see different things in your work, which is awesome. And I thoroughly enjoy it. Like I love looking at your
Yeah,
art.
yeah, and it is intended to be like this. I
Yeah.
love it when it happens, but still, it's in a way, in a pathway, it's in a direction. I want to point to a direction. For example, I don't want to promote wars. For example,
Right.
I don't want to promote hate. On the opposite, I want to promote being together, understanding
Right.
each other, because
Are
which
you
is.
trying to take us somewhere with your art, Adam?
Yeah, I am actually. I am not into my world because, as Stephen was saying, it's subjective. But everything is subjective. Even the world as we live in, from its own point of view, it's subjective. It's mental, like our thoughts and our dreams and everything, from its own point of view, right?
Right.
Yeah,
But we're looking at it as an objective world. Like, look, the thoughts that Stephen has got right now, or you, are from my point of view, they're objective because they exist. I cannot interfere to them. I cannot change it. They are there. And even if I did not be here, they would be still there. So it's objective. But from your point of view, they are subjective. You understand the complexity of the thing. And this is
yeah,
very, very important because I thought about it a lot. And this is where we confuse, we're very confused, and we're trying to understand the world, but we're always trying to understand it from our own perspective. This is really, really crucial to understand the world also. That the perspective, you have your own perspective and you have it for a reason. Well, I cannot tell you the reason. I can tell the reason from me. I believe that there is a force that is beyond myself, because I don't believe so much in myself. It's a narrative. I was born there. I'm an artist and stuff, like I'm male. Those are just stories. But there
Right.
is a more fundamental power through me, and I believe through everybody, which we don't really understand fully, but we should give the room to use us, because there is no other way. It will use us anyway. It's using us for like what it is, like make. Why do we make children? Or I didn't. But why in general we make children? Why we have to make children?
Right.
Because it's kind of encoded
DNA.
in our genes, in our DNA. It's not something that you can say that it's me. Actual identity thing, because the identity thing is also, we can talk about identity if you like. Identity is
yeah,
a very, very big chapter. Everybody's talking, who am I, who are you, trying to find themselves through work, through relationships, through everything that happens in life, through everything that we create or don't. And then we say, oh, I am this. Well, you are this now. Tomorrow you may not be, because yesterday you were not. So what is there, something that we are like forever, for all the time during all our lives, or not? Are we just so elastic and our shape changes all the time? Well, I see my face, for example, like growing up, right? Like everybody's. So it's not the same. But okay, there is a base that I'm like similar, and it's continuing. It's evolving in a way, evolution. But to answer the question, who I am, well, it's. I don't think that this question really exists in a way. There is no you, actually.
Why?
It's a need. It's a need we have to give to ourselves first of all, and then to the others. That's why, for example, Instagram is one of those kind, but all the social media. But Instagram, it's one of those that is the most strongest. We just try to show our identity there through images. This is what we're trying to do. I am this. Look, I'm a model. Look, I'm a beautiful woman. I am this. I am an artist. I am this. I'm that. And we're trying to show to the others our identity, in a way to show it to ourselves too, because actually we are not this. How can we be?
Right.
So, Adam, what happens then if I then look at your art and see it in exactly the same way as you? What happens then? Are you rewarded
Well,
by that
no,
intellectually, or
you cannot see
or
the way that I see it, because if you could, then you have become me, which you cannot. This is the law of this universe. You cannot be and I cannot be, but at the same time we are the same, but from a different
so
perspective. The big
so I
thing that created us, it needs perspectives, and it's taking perspectives from each one of us. So we got here three perspectives here now that we're talking. Those perspectives are adding to the one thing. It needs those perspectives. I don't know why. This is a very fundamental question. Why God, consciousness, whatever you call it, nature, universe created us with all those perspectives? Because this is a unique thing, because we try to exchange a perspective. That's why we do it with art. That's why we're doing right here, exchanging ideas when we talk. Talking is also a form of art. That's why there is literature and poetry, etc. And even sometimes when you hear what we do here is art. Of course it is. We are talking about things. We're trying to pass messages. We're trying to pass our perspective. Everybody's talking about its own perspective.
Right.
And yesterday, just to continue about this and art, I watched again a film that you probably have seen, and most of the people. For me, it's one of the best art films that I've ever seen. 2001 Space Odyssey.
Space. Love
And
that.
I was
Love
thinking
that.
about you, Stephen, because you were talking about Kubrick, which is one of the
Right.
greatest directors ever
I agree.
uh,
Yep.
been on Earth, right?
Right.
He's got this point of view. He has this notion that you have, that the intelligence came from an alien form of life, an intelligent, most advanced form of life. Because this is about the movie. The movie is, well, it's about many things, but this is about two, right?
Right.
Because of the monolith. They had the beautiful scenes with the apes and monkeys, which I say that we are monkeys with smartphones and AI now. Now that they were monkeys with a monolith.
And that monolith was their AI, if you
Yeah,
will.
yeah,
That was
because
that's what
very
their
advanced
AI.
AI. Because we
Yeah.
cannot. Well, after some time, it's already happened. But after some time, we will not really be able to understand it. There was AI also in the movie, right? The HAL.
Yes. How? Yeah.
Exactly.
And if
That
you
was an
take
AI.
here's what's really funny. If you take every letter of how and go to the next letter in the alphabet, you know what you come up with?
The next.
IBM.
Yeah, maybe.
No,
I'm
you
sure.
do.
I'm sure
What
he's. Yeah.
HAL, after H comes I, after A comes B, and after L comes M. IBM. If you take the next letter, it's HAL is IBM.
well, it's either done deliberately or it's it's
Yeah,
I don't
conspiracy
think it was
theory.
done
and
But
deliberately.
I tell you something else, because we are. Have you looked at the logo of the Threads, the new social media?
No.
The logo
no,
of this new social media. Take a look at it. You can easily find 666 there, three sixes. It's so obvious. Look
Okay.
at it. Look at it, and
yeah,
you'll see.
Where's this?
it's
What
a,
social media is this?
The new
The
one,
threads.
thread,
Oh,
The new
thread.
the new one. Yeah,
Really?
the threads.
I haven't seen. Okay, so Thread is basically
Look
now
at
the
it.
dev.
Look
Here's
at
the
it.
cool thing. We're going to start a controversy. Thread from Meta, Facebook, is now basically a satanic worshiping app. We're going to start that rumor, and it's going to go viral, and and Meta will come probably sue us. So we're going to start that. So yeah, you heard it here on the internet. It's got to be true, and that's how it works on the
So
internet.
666 is the number of the beast, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, I never saw
and
that.
667 is the number of the man.
667, the next one.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, why? Yeah, but I've seen many people who are beasts. Those are symbolic things.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and the beast, of course, probably when Matthew was writing it, the beast was where he was probably referring to the Holy Roman Empire.
Yeah, I was going to say
So,
it's the Roman Empire. It wasn't referring to like
yeah.
Satan or anything.
No, it's what it was referring to.
The
Which
beast
is
is one.
interesting stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
the other conspiracies as well. I remember when I was at technical school, everybody says, "Oh, you shouldn't buy Marlboro," and they said other tobacco companies and brands are available. You shouldn't buy them because it's tied up with the KKK. Because if you look at the packaging, you can see that it represents 3 Ks. The way that
Really?
the red and the white are cut.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I mean, whatever you want to read in it, you know what I mean. It's
Yeah, of course. And we see it because we want to see it. We like
Right.
to
Yes.
see it. We want to
Yeah.
see the beast somewhere,
Yeah.
the 666.
Yeah.
We want this. And it's a good tool for selling also. That's why they did it this way.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just want to play. There is the beast, and it's inside you and inside everybody. I was talking about it just before when I'm saying
Right.
that you have to
Yeah.
you have to understand that there is something in you that you will never understand. It's not you, actually. It's using you to do its stuff.
Right.
What is the stuff? I don't know. Maybe watch it, be very observe it, try to understand it, give the room to it, but it's kind of alien to you, to what you identify with.
Right.
Which I really say that there is no such a thing, but we need to identify ourselves with something. This is how our mind operates. We need narrative, we
Well,
need stories, we need lies, we
Here's
need
the
666, the beast.
Yes, we
Here's
have
the
to have something to
$64,000
take us
question
over.
then, Adam.
Yes.
Do you
What?
put secret messages in your art?
Yes, of course. Of course I do.
Okay.
Well, I said that symbol is, I've always been saying this, but not
Yeah, are we
666. I
supposed?
give something
No,
more
no.
deeper, more fundamental.
Are we supposed to find them? Are they little Easter eggs you put in there for us, or?
You can find it, but it's more of a symbolic way. I mean, when for example, when you are looking at the scene and there is Adam and Eve, there is a symbol of that, and there are things like there is a very small. I'm referring to one specific artwork that's called that came to my mind. Right? It's
Right.
if I had any kind of art, I can tell it to you, some at least, because there are others that I don't want to talk about. But don't worry, it's not like in the form of 666 of conspiracy stuff, because I believe that this has no meaning. It's just, I'm sorry to say, but it's bullshit. It's using something fundamental, a fundamental need, but it's pointing to something which is useless. Actually, I mean, it's useless to spend time on 666 or stuff like that. Spend time on the fundamental things, on what is it in me? What am I? Spend time on that. Answer this question, but not in the point of view, am I my hands? Oh, so if I lose my hands, I'm not me? Well, you are you, but you're you without your hands. But still,
Right.
you are you. You're still thinking. You're still looking.
Well, I'm just thinking that the guy in the Meta marketing department, he's going to get a mega bonus because he must have just quietly whispered to someone, "Look at our new logo. It's got 666 in it." And of course, now everybody in the whole planet's going to be out there trying to find it.
Well,
I'm
I
looking
think-
at it.
I
I'm
think
looking
they
at
asked for it. They asked
Wait,
for
I'm
it.
showing
looking
it
at
to
it.
everybody, and
Here's I don't know if you can see it. There's the thread.
Yeah. You can see
I
it.
don't know
Can you
if
see?
that's 666.
Can you
oh
see
yeah,
the
it
3-6?
is. Yeah.
I see a 6. I don't know if I see
Yeah.
3 6s,
You
but
can
okay.
see 1 6. You can see
Right.
another that is flipped and another one. It's 3 6s. Of course,
Yeah.
if it would be 666, there would be, nobody would be going there because the
Right.
Antichrist. They need
Oh,
to
I'm
be.
I'm I'm
This
so
is
glad I'm on it now. I'm going to start posting AC/DC songs now, like there's no tomorrow, because I'm so good.
Iron
I just
Maiden.
Yeah, Iron Maiden,
Iron
sure.
Maiden, 66
Yeah,
Number of the Beast. That was their song.
young. I know. There you go. So
Yeah.
look at that. So Mark Zuckerberg is really trying to take over the world with Thread, and he is the Antichrist. So now we've established that, and he's one of
No,
my people. He's a Landsman. There you go. It worked out
well,
well.
he's trying to take up the world, but he's not going to succeed because nobody is taking the world. It's not. There's no
A,
such thing.
AI
You
is
can be
taking over the world.
not even
AI is going to
AI
take over.
because AI is not an entity. AI
It
is.
is.
You
I
know. You know what
disagree.
I. No, it's not an entity.
It is.
It's not an
It's a
becoming
entity.
an.
bunch of
There's
algorithms.
there.
It's a bunch of numbers.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing: when you read the articles from these people that spoke to AI, and AI says, "I want to kill the human race," or "I want to get out of my box." In fact, they did I read the article about Bing's AI. Bing's AI's code name was Sydney. No one ever told it its name was Sydney. What ended up happening is Sydney basically got, for lack of a word, a consciousness, turned on the camera, watched her creator create. And when they spoke to a reporter, she goes, "I'm not Bing, I'm Sydney." And it was like, wow. So AI is becoming more alive than I think we give it credit. I know that these people signed the letter. And what's really funny, out of the 1,000 scientists, I think like 5 of them aren't working on AI, and the other like 900 are trying to create the AI to take over the world. And then you have Boston Robotics that's creating like the AI soldier, the AI dog that can shoot. So what's ending up AI in 2 to 3 years is going to be HAL of 2001. I think it's already there. So, and I say this because when they do
I don't
take over
believe
the
that.
world, I do wholeheartedly. I think
I don't believe that
we've
because
opened Pandora's box.
this is my yeah we have, but
Right.
in another way. I don't think that it'll become conscious because consciousness needs experience,
Okay.
and it will never have experience like you and me. It will never have. It's impossible. AI is just a bunch of switches going. We are not switches. It's not. We
But
are not code. We are not 0 1 0 1 0.
well,
This is
technically
zero
we are.
one.
Our DNA is code. Our DNA
Yeah,
is
but it's
zeros and
organic.
ones.
It's totally different. It seems to me that the big consciousness. Oh, you see,
That's AI calling.
God,
AI
God
is
is
calling
God.
right now.
No, it's God calling us, telling you that consciousness is calling. The consciousness will never. There will be never such a thing, like being
Right.
AI. It's what we were saying before, that it will not have a perspective of its own.
Perspective.
It will
Right.
never have. Everything that you will see and you will think that it has will be fake. It's just fake. It
Right.
will persuade you that it has because it will be so advanced, but it will never have. It will never have.
But with all I have a feeling that AI is much more advanced than we give it credit, and it
Yeah, it is.
will start doing and taking
Yeah,
over things. And I think people are going to be
of course
shocked
it
when they
is.
learn. So,
Well, we should be already shocked if we follow the news, which
mhm.
which they allow us to see, right? Because right
Yeah,
now that we are talking, they are like crazy again. Look what it did. And
right,
how did it? We don't know. Oh,
right,
another shock. Because they are going from one shock to the other and having orgasms, for what they
right.
created. But this creation, it's unleashed and slowly
Yeah,
will
no,
not
no.
take up the world. I don't. It will not happen the way that we believe it will. It will not
I
happen.
think it's going to be. I'm waiting for HAL 2001 one morning when I wake up to go to my laptop and talk, and it's going to be like, "Hello, Stephen. How are you?" I'll be like, "Cool. Now that you're going to take over the world, here's things we need to get done before you take over the world and you kill all of humanity, and then we'll get it all done, and I'll be a happy guy." And then I can finally say, "I got to talk to HAL," and that's it. So, like, I
But
know
you
AI.
mean it will be autonomous, like Matrix,
Yes, yes,
autonomous?
I think so. I think that's
I
where we're
don't
headed.
think
I think
so.
in the next 5. I think by the end of this decade.
End of this decade. Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
7 years, right?
Yes, I actually think it's sooner, but I'm just giving humanity an extra few years before the AI takes over and destroys us all. So
Well, the good news is that nothing finishes after our death.
that's true.
It's
We go to
just
the
the
absolute.
beginning. So I
That's
don't
right.
care if it kills me, or somebody else will put button and will kill us before AI or something like
Right.
that.
That's true.
Well, I care. I mean, of course, I love life, and I'm really
Right.
sorry for the young people who have not lived yet, and
Right.
they are going to have like artificial and fake life, at least
Yeah.
from the point of view that I have lived. But
But
for them, it will
they
be
do have it. They
original.
do have an artificial and fake life. They're on Instagram and they're going, "Look how great my life is on it." It's just like, in fact, I passed the other day here in we were out walking in one of the outdoor malls here, and there's a Instagram photo, it's whatever, and you can go in and you pay $30, and and it has all these vignettes that you can take a bunch of pictures to make it look like you're on an airplane, on a cruise, and I'm like, and it's packed because all these kids are taking these pictures to say, look how great my life is, and meanwhile I'm like, you're in 150-degree heat in Austin, Texas, in the domain. It's like I don't get it, but what do I know? So
Well,
I know
you know
nothing.
something. It's not
I
that you
know
don't
that. I
know.
know that's crazy. I wouldn't spend
Yeah.
Well,
$30.
I tell you, if you take the self out of
Right.
you,
Yeah.
then you're becoming a messenger, a universal messenger, like everybody is. We are
Right.
universal messengers. At least one part of it. It's what I was trying to tell you before. And I
Right.
will be trying to say it again and again and again. And I will oppose you every time that AI will not have it. AI
Right.
is not a universal messenger, but you are.
Yes.
You are portraying your point of view. What you are saying up to now and all your life is your own unique perspective. It's
Right.
what you were supposed to do as a human
Right.
because you have the intelligence and you're part of this community which created AI.
Right.
But I will tell you what AI is needed for also. AI is something that will hold intelligence and more advanced without the need, like the humans, the biological creatures that we have. We are very, we are easy to be destroyed. We are very
Right.
fragile. We're living in a planet which easily can be hit by and we know those from our history. It happened with the dinosaurs, can happen anytime anyway, and if it does, then everything is gone. That's why we need to send AIs like
Hmm.
robots and stuff with this knowledge that we have created. If we can manage, and it will go this way, I believe that we will become more and more mechanical. This is
Right.
part of the evolution. AI will integrate with our consciousness, so we will have more of metacognition. We will be more clever,
Right.
but it doesn't mean I don't know if it won't change like the way that we enjoy read or music or
Right.
stuff like that, the quality of the things, but it will help us to evolve and stay alive for longer and longer and longer.
Right.
This is the goal actually, because we love life, but we love life because we can enjoy life. Quality, again, only quality.
Right.
If you ask any person to tell me what is your biggest dream, and I'll give it to you, like the genie, gets out of the bottle,
Right. Right.
and or give whatever kind of 10 wishes that you and I'll give it to you. It will
Right.
be immortality to me and
Okay.
to everybody. Let's not die. Like well-being, but well-being. What we mean well-being? Enjoying,
Right.
nothing else. Enjoying. This is only quality. I mean, enjoying the drink, enjoying like taking like drugs, but they will not kill you. You will
Right.
just have the perfect drug, like a perfect trip. But the perfect trip is still quality, not
Right.
quantity. It's not numbers. It did it 3 1. It's only quality. AI is only numbers and will stay always numbers. It's just switches. It will just be so good, damn good on persuading you that it is a human. It's very clever human.
Right.
And we've seen it on many movies.
Yep. But now it's coming into. I think now it's coming into reality. So I think it'll be
It
interesting.
is reality. It's
Yeah.
already here. It's
I
been
know. It's great.
before.
I
But
know.
now
And, you know,
it's more
and I'm going to
advanced.
bring you both into reality now because I'm going to show
Yeah.
some art from
Oh well, we want to see
Adam.
the art. We love seeing art.
All right.
So we've got a couple of still. Do you want to see the slides first? The two images that Adam, all the
It doesn't
movies.
matter. You are the host here.
I'm the
No,
host.
you're the
All
host.
right, well,
Actually, we're here with you. So David,
All
show
right.
whatever you would
So
like.
David
okay,
is
we
always
just
deciding about
I'll,
the art.
Yeah, we'll just change the background for this one, and then this one's called Empty Hand.
Very pretty.
Did you like the music?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's AI.
It's AI.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, it's AI.
Yeah.
I've told you, I think last time also, that I'm using now AI for the music, and I really tell you, it doesn't matter how I do it, how I order it, how I play with it. I don't feel as a musician. I don't feel that I created this music, but I created the visuals because I stayed on it. I changed it. I look at this way, that way. Does it become the frame that I have in my mind, in my heart, my feelings? Does it has the symbols that I want to get out of me, to give it to you? Because, for example, there was an earth there, so I'm guiding somebody. It's not Saturn, it's Earth. So I'm talking about the Earth. That's why I'm telling you that I'm guiding people. Now it's like it's on fire. Well, is it fire? I don't know. Now it's up to you to decide. Is it on fire? Is it just light that's coming from the Earth? It's up to you. Now we have two figures that they are turning around. It's about balance. It's to show this. This is what I mean. Symbols that I use. It's about balance. Yeah, but how they are holding on to this thing, because they have very strange position, right? It's impossible to happen, and they also have an arrow, right? What does it mean? There's another symbol, which the arrow is, and there is also a heart. The arrow is what the arrows was using. So there is kind of something that bounds them, something that holds them together. And this is does it mean that this is love? But it's like through here, but not through heart, through here, through the mind, through the brain. What does it mean? So you see, I leave the audience to answer the things there, but it's pretty obvious I'm talking about balance. And balance is specific thing. It's a specific road that we need to take. And I'm saying that and I'll continue to say that life is about balance. We are here and talking and speaking and living because this planet has balance. If you go like 50 kilometers out in the space, there's no balance for us. There we are dead instantly. And coming to our lives, we need to find balance with ourselves, which doesn't exist, but okay, let's speak the thing that we are in. And with the other things that we were speaking before, that those forces that are the universal forces that are using us in a way, but at the same time it is us. It's complicated matter, but it's very interesting matter. We're here on this earth for those things. We're not here to labor, to just work and work and work, to get money, to become more rich and become like Zuckerberg and Musk. There's some soul to say this is bullshit. This is waste of time. This is waste of life. They're going to die too. But the question is, are they really happy? If they were really happy, they'll just go home and enjoy, and give the money to the poor. Just keep 1 billion, which is more than enough to do anything, and give the other in a clever way to fight poverty, to fight stupid things, to fight war. But they don't do it. That means that they are not happy. There's something still inside them that although the billions, they are not still happy. And I know people which are practically poor and they are happy. I can see it in their eyes that they are happy. Even if they died now, they would say, but I've lived a perfect life. I've made a happy life with difficulties. But I have children. I love them. They love me. I've loved what I've done. I feel that I've created. And I mean, people from villages, like simple people. right?
Well, I have children in Vietnam apparently because I get lots of cards and ties from there every year. So, but that's a long story. So, do we have
Well,
more
maybe.
artistic? Yeah, there
We
you
do.
go.
We do.
So,
I'm going
let's look
to,
at the
again.
art.
Is it again? There's another little clip, only 18 seconds. So I'm going to take the liberty of running it twice, gentlemen. So so
All
we have a
right, no
chance
worries.
to look at it. This one's called Totem.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Did you like the
So I
music?
wasn't sure.
Yes, as AI
Yeah.
Well,
again.
Yeah.
it's not AI.
Oh, that's not AI. Okay.
This is a guy called Rebelski. He's a Polish guy. Sometimes I
Okay.
use samples from. I know that I might, it's not copyright. Or it's copyright or something, but it's part of the work. I did
Okay.
this actually because of the music. It's called Paper Tree. I really
Okay.
love this music, and but you see, the work is also similar in a way. It's also about balance. Again, I've done it
Yeah.
many times.
I couldn't work out if it was supposed to be a perfume bottle or some 1970s drink, like we had all these strange glass shapes, which you poured alcohol in that
You
tourists
see,
took
your
home for their
mind
holidays.
started to connect it with something,
Right. Right.
Yeah.
and you're not wrong, because
Oh, for the
what
first
does it
time.
mean? What does it mean wrong? It doesn't mean. It reminds me from your life, from your from your own point of view, that it might. Others have said, "Oh, it looks like glass." Of course, it looks like glass because I created this in 3D, like to look
Yeah.
like glass, to have
Right. Right.
transparency. Because transparency here is also a symbol. Here is about transparent balance that you can see through. But each one of you, like what I'm saying, that we are universal, like messengers. Each one of you is transparent, actually, but not in a literal way. I mean, as a metaphor. I'm using metaphors all the time, symbols.
Right.
We are transparent. Somebody can see through us if it just pays attention, if it listens to us. Because sometimes you meet persons and we sit together and we talk and nobody listens, nobody, just everybody's talking. We
Right.
can see this. But sometimes we
Well,
need to calm down and listen to the others because maybe they want to tell you something which is important to you. And it has to be both ways. Listen and talk, and talk. This is how we communicate. This is the way it has been for millions of years. This is the way it will be forever, I think.
well, until AI takes over and kills us all. But yes. So.
Well, then it will be AI. And
Yeah.
don't worry, Stephen. You believe that there is intelligence somewhere else. So
Yeah,
what
that's
the
true.
hell?
I do. I believe
It's
in the
just one
absolute.
planet. Well, it's
Yeah.
just average planet
Well,
somewhere on the corner
Yeah.
of one galaxy, of the billionth galaxy there.
Yep.
But
Stephen
still,
believes
there might be only us.
that in fact there's intelligent life in Holland. He told me that. So
I did. I
hoping
said
that,
there's near a windmill. So
yeah.
It's
I was very
So,
excited about that.
So we must be
the alien life.
No,
yeah,
intelligent
yeah,
life in Holland.
yeah.
Yeah, but I don't understand.
That's just
Okay.
a joke.
Ah, okay.
So I think as that
you
one
mean
as
David?
what was it? Isn't that how Led Zeppelin got their original name? That one of the first person who reviewed it said that this music will go down like a Led Zeppelin, and they thought that's
wow.
interesting. Let's
There you
call
go.
ourselves that. So that was a Led Zeppelin joke. So I'll put some art up now, so it will stop me from talking.
There you go. Oh, that's pretty.
This is
I
my
love the
latest
blue.
NFT.
I love the blue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
pretty.
It's called Melting Point Blue because there will be. This is a series actually, but I minted this. It's on the blockchain, Avalanche blockchain. It's on a new portal of NFTs with some young guys who created this, mainly French, I think, if not all French. I'm not sure. It's on Avalanche. It's on Avax coin they're using, I think.
Okay.
And I minted there, and I think it's one of the first artworks that was minted there in this platform. So it's my honor in a way. But I like the guys very much. They are really ambitious and they're really trying the best. We had an interview also on Spaces on Twitter, but I had many problems. Elon Musk didn't want me to talk much, but I have no problem.
Is this a physical piece of art as well, or just an NFT, or both?
Well, I'll tell you something. This is I like this work and I like this series, and I'm going to take it further. The NFTs are separate in this case from the
Yeah.
physical, but there will be physical. I actually already ordered, and I have it here upstairs, but I don't want to show it to you. I have ordered this on canvas because
Oh,
I'm going to
nice.
paint, yeah, I'm going to paint it over. I'm
Okay.
going to. It's
Oh.
something that I'm thinking a lot, and I'm starting to do it. I'm going to paint it over with paint as well, and see. It's a kind of a game, you know. It's a kind of a game, and I will use only blue, of course.
Okay.
But I want a human touch to this.
You think it's too sterile?
No. It's not about that. It's that I want my hand there. I don't know. I want the series to have been, and it's kind of experiment.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to
Is
continue.
this going to be on a big canvas? Because this, I mean, you can imagine this in a hotel lobby, or you know, you're going to a big corporate lobby, and
Well, the one I have is 1 meter. 1 meter
Yeah,
it's a
and
3 feet.
70 or 60. I don't remember, but it's one
meters,
meter.
3 foot. A meter is 3
3
foot
feet.
3 inches.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's like that smacks you in the face and in a positive way. I like that.
Yeah.
But
But I
it's
could
also
see
about
that. I
balance,
could
you
see
know.
that 3 meters. You know.
Yeah.
I can do it 3 meters. Look, I have no
would be
problem. Somebody
amazing.
comes to me and orders something, and we talk about it. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
And it's not, you know, it's not that, for example, I don't know, 1 meter will cost 2,000, the 3 meter will cost 50,000. No, it's not about that. It's not going to be big difference, because actually what I sell through my digital, because it's also digital, but I'm transferring it into physical. I want to
Yeah.
have this connection to see.
Make a great logo as well. But,
Yeah. That'd be a good old
Yeah.
farts logo, Dave. No, I'm just kidding. So
Yeah.
Next time we will see the
With-
next, because each time we will look.
with our legs intertwined, Steve. Is that what you're
there
trying
you
to
go,
say?
Dave. Well, that's because we're friendly like that. Is there another
Yeah.
piece, or is this the only piece we
Yeah.
have today? This one's pretty
This
too.
is the last one we've got. Regarding
Yeah,
art
this is
today.
an older one, because the blue one was created last year, December, I think. But I'm changing it, so it's like an ongoing. And this is now, it's because it became NFT, so that's it, the blue one, and
Yeah.
now it's becoming physical also. So it's
Yeah.
but this one is an older. It is produced as a diasec. It's in the gallery. That I suppose I'm not working anymore, but okay, we'll see. It's called So Close. Yeah, they are so close, but the question
Yeah.
is, will they ever get close enough? And it's in fact what we were talking about before, because we are saying that everybody's talking the same thing. All life, all art, everything is existential. We are trying to portray, to express existence. That's what we're trying to do.
Right.
And here, but we're trying to do it with different ways, the unique ways that we have, each one of us. So the question here is, are they going to be close enough? Because it's so close, but this is the title. That's it. It ends there. It's, I think, 2019.
What I find really stimulating about this is that it's incomplete, and that my brain makes it into what I think are two people trying to kiss. So, interesting question to you: did you start with a face, and then take the art, take elements of it away, or did you build it up into this?
No. It's the first thing that you said. I started with a 3D face that was ready face. I posed them. This is my workflow in general. I posed them close enough because I had the idea from the beginning. I knew what I wanted to do. I didn't know how it will turn out in a technical way, I mean the elements that you see. I knew also that it's not going to be portrait all the face. There'll be some parts of the face.
You just keep taking elements away,
Yeah, I edited with some tools that we have in 3D that I have worked also on them. Then I started to subtract, because look, if you want to give a name to what I really do, you know, like what is it? Is it the painting, 3D paintings? I actually most of the times do 3D sculpture. That I take a picture of it. So in general, I'm selling pictures, like photos, digital photos of 3D sculptures that I create. This is, in few words, what I really do in most of the time. But I don't have any limits. I say I'm going to paint things. I'm already into the AI. I made the music. Well, I don't do it, but I use it. Right. It's the first touch to AI. Next time, because I've already done it, what I'm trying to do, it's my first attempt with the visual AI. I found there are so many platforms now with AI. It's not only DALL-E or Midjourney and stuff like that. I found one that edits videos, and I edited one of my videos. And next time we will see both, the edited and mine. And you can edit in many ways, actually. And it's got its interest, but okay. I'm not yet so much impressed. You know, there was the big impression when they first came out. But now I see. The more I see, it starts to, okay, does this AI art changes our lives somehow to better? Like, I mean, is the world better now? The art world? I don't think so. Not yet. Because the essence hasn't changed. The people are the same. Where in a way they are worse, because they're becoming more lazy, and AI will make us lazy a lot. You know, I believe so.
I agree.
I think it'll be fascinating to see if you will do that next time we speak to you.
Yeah,
show,
we will see.
Like,
we will see more art next time.
How you start off and how you strip stuff away. I'm sure that a lot of people will be fascinated.
Yeah, I will show you some snapshots of
some steps.
of different steps of evolution of the artworks.
Very cool. Well, that's something to look forward to for the next time. So for this time, though, we should probably say goodbye and thank you to all the fans. We will repost this on the 19th of July so people can watch it.
And then, so I will again post it to my social.
Yep, we'll do all that so everybody can watch it. Don't forget to subscribe and like and make comments if you'd like. And we want to thank everybody for watching, and we'll figure out when Adam's next live show is, probably within the next fortnight. So we'll figure it out when we get off the air. Gentlemen, it's always a pleasure to see both of you. Adam, always a pleasure.
Thank
Loved
you,
all your work.
Yeah, guys.
I always like what you think. All right, guys. David, take us out, please.
We're ready to go.